I'm gonna call the library and scream.
I think it was they had a distinctly Indian accent, and they said like, "Can you hear me?" like a couple of times beforehand. So
I swear to God.
I'm wondering if it was a like telemarketing thing that they got the wrong number for and were angry about.
Oh.
Like a call center scam that someone routed them to a different number.
They just blew the fuck up.
Yeah. Because that has happened a few times.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
This is on the recording now, which is great. Tori, if you see this, I love you. You're the best supervisor I've ever had. She won't, and that's good. I swear, if anyone at work ever learned about this YouTube channel, it would be extremely funny.
Oh, God.
We have so much anime. I'm going to talk about it later. So, Vampire. Last time, we did some footwork. Constance has acquired a letter of recommendation, affirmation, support, notice from Sylvia for Mother Superior herself, and hung out. Sal and Silas
got followed.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's just cats around. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, cats, man. We got followed by fucking cats.
Yeah, I mean that's
Cats
just
control the world, you know.
No comment. And ended up also arriving at Sylvia's in some amount of time. I believe, Sal, you talked to Sylvia for a little bit, I think? Or
Kind of,
a little
briefly.
bit, maybe?
A little.
More talk to Silas for
Yeah.
a while.
So you're kind of in the vicinity, and Sylvia and Silas were about to take a step aside and have a conversation, I believe?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, go on,
Please do so.
Silas. Oh, sister, did you want to do your funny thing, or do we just want to hop right into it?
Oh, I did. You know what? Okay. Before anything else happens, I did want to try and roll premonition on Sylvia in particular.
On Sylvia specifically. Okay.
Yes, I want to focus on Sylvia.
If I remember correctly, that is Auspex plus... I just had it, I swear.
It's Auspex and then a rouse check, or...
So you have to do rouse check first.
Rouse check first.
So go ahead and it's 1d10.
I rolled an 8.
Cool. You don't get hungrier.
Nice.
You the blood has decided to give its gifts to you freely. The beast is particularly in tune with you tonight. And then yeah, go ahead and make a resolve plus Auspex roll.
Is there anything I have to do to like contest it?
No, it's not a contested roll.
Perfect. That's
It's
even
just
better.
Finding out. It is kind of the hint button ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's resolve.
Resolve.
This is
Plus
a lot of dice.
Auspex.
Okay.
Would you like to make it even more with a blood surge? You can do that if you want to.
I think this is okay. I think this is a good amount. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Wait.
So,
Hold on.
You may spend a point of willpower to reroll up to 2 dice that aren't hunger dice, if you would like to.
That might be. Hold on. Say that
I
one more
believe
time.
it's 2 dice. So willpower is one of your 2 health trackers. You can spend a point of willpower to reroll some number of dice. Let me check how many specifically.
Yeah. Because that was. I mean, Not
Up
all
to
bad.
three.
But
Up to 3 regular dice. You cannot reroll any hunger dice.
cannot reroll any hunger. Okay.
You can reroll up to any regular dice.
I might just want to do that. I think I'm gonna spend a willpower.
It
And,
is there for a reason. And you've got so much willpower.
Okay. So, and then I just choose any.
Any 3 dice.
3 dice. Try that again. Okay. A lot better. Oh my god. So that's 2 10s.
Okay, so that's a crit.
Nice. A 9, a 4 and a 2.
Okay.
It was like 1s and 2s before.
Were
I
either
have
of the 2 10s
funnies.
on hunger dice?
The 2.
Were either of the 10s on a hunger die?
Yes.
Okay, so that is a messy critical.
Oh boy.
Nice.
You said 2 10s, an 8, and a 9?
2 10s. Hold on. Okay, 2 10s, a 2, a 4, and a 9.
Okay, so that's 5 successes total. Because the 2 10s will crit, meaning they count for double.
Okay.
So that's 4 successes plus 1 additional success. And
Oh
that's
god.
messy.
I'm sorry.
So we get to look at the compulsions.
Oh shit.
I have one image that you see though, and it's probably not accurate, but it's the closest thing I can think of, and I'm tossing it in a text for voice.
What?
Yeah.
I love that.
What is happening?
What's gonna happen to
context?
you in 5 minutes, buddy?
Yeah.
The opposite of a yeet. It's yoink. Oh, are you looking for the clan compulsion?
I am.
Until the vampire scores a critical win on a skill roll or the scene ends, the vampire
That's
labors
the
under.
Bane, isn't it?
No, that's my compulsion.
Okay.
My bane is that I can't do blood bond stuff.
Got it. Right.
I've got it on my sheet.
Okay. Okay. So, how do I want to describe this? And you're trying to get a premonition about Sylvia specifically, right?
Yes. If I need to be more specific, I can try to be more specific. But
You may be a little bit. I think that would help.
I'm mostly just trying to divine, like, what Sylvia's current, like, plans, motivations, what she's doing right now are. Or what she's going to be doing.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah. So I think the way I want to play this, and part of the reason I think your beast gets a handle on you for this, is do you force yourself into premonitions fairly frequently?
Not frequently. I think it's pretty infrequent.
Okay.
I don't think she uses it, like, constantly.
Would it be safe to say this is the first time you've done it since moving to Chicago?
That's probably a safe bet.
Because you look for psychic energy. You open yourself to the maelstrom of Auspexy. And being in the thick of Malkavian territory,
Oh, shit.
your beast runs
Think about that.
wild.
Okay.
Because never before, when you were embraced, when you became a vampire, when you started practicing these disciplines, you were likely mostly isolated. It was something you did with the people
mostly
around you, with your little protected herd, under the supervision of Mother Superior and the other members. Now, in one of the densest populations of vampires and mortals in the country, surrounded by people who are very explicitly linked to each other in the psychic maelstrom. You reach out, and your beast pulls you the rest of the way in.
Welcome to what it's literally like in my brain.
Oh.
It's not fun.
I think the best way I could describe this is your beast takes you for a fucking ride through what is effectively a surface level trip through the cobweb.
Oh, you only get surface shit. You're fine.
Oh yeah, no, surface, but still a lot.
It's overwhelming. Is probably the best word I can say.
5 successes is a lot. Messy critical is a lot, so you're gonna get a lot.
Okay.
But it's going to be a lot. I'm gonna say, for the sake of, so obviously your compulsion triggers. Because more than anything, this is absolutely imperfect. This is messy as shit. To the extent that I think while this is happening, you just collapse. Probably on the side of the road.
Jesus. Well, alright. Cool.
Like, you are somewhere else, psychically.
Wild.
Welcome to the cobweb.
You see a lot. You see Sylvia. You see many, 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 many little shadows kind of dotted across the landscape of the area. And you see one that burns particularly brightly back near the Tartarus. And you see all these little lines and fibers and threads and noises that are connecting all of these people together. And your beast kind of circles around like a hawk around the brightest of them, looking for any details or anything. And the thing you get the most is just a quiet, controlled, simmering anger more than anything else currently.
Oh god.
Beyond that, there is a thread that goes much further than this particular area. Several, in fact, that link much higher, much farther, more toward the loop area.
Uh-oh.
And you get this...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Another set of shades around a table, another burning extremely brightly. This long, ovular, opulent table in this room, and you can't quite see any of the faces or any of the identities, but there is one at the far end, and the rest are listening. And there is one link to one member at the table who is sitting very upright and very politely that burns all the way back to Sylvia's territory. Very out-of-body experience. I think when you snap back to, you've got just like a little bit of blood coming out of one of your eyes.
Yeah. Very quickly wipes it away and tries to put herself back together.
I think there's a couple pedestrians around that are just like, are you fine? One of them looks like they might be about to call an ambulance.
All is well. All is well. Don't.
Do you need any? Can we walk you somewhere? Are you all?
Oh no! Don't.
I think once you like get up and they can like get a look at you, they're kind of like, yeah, you're sure you're fine? You look like death.
Shit. Can I use awe on them to just
if you want to. Aw's a passive, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think awe just kind of happens.
Yeah, so you just get like, if you want to make some sort of charisma roll. Charisma. They're just pedestrian. They're just like, it's a biker. I think it's like a biker who is going for a night ride, and then just like someone walking through the area that saw a nun collapsed on the side of the road. I think your habit's a little scuffed because I think one of them dragged you like out of the road.
Okay, so the cost of
Charisma. What are you trying to
manipulation.
do?
I basically just want to convince them to leave me alone.
Yeah, just like charisma persuasion.
Charisma
Because of your bane, you'll get -2, right?
Fuck.
Is that correct? Your compulsion.
Let me read it again. 2 dice penalty, yes.
And then because of presence, your awe in presence, you should get
Charisma. Oh, I do.
+1. The presence rating. Your presence rating is 1, if I remember correctly, right? It's just how many dots you've got in it.
I just don't even know where it is on my sheet.
Uh,
I hate this.
Here. Is your sheet
There it is.
updated?
It's one. It's just one.
It's
It's just one.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so you'll get +2, -1, so just -1.
Okay. Okay. Wait. So, charisma, composure. So, 2, 4, minus
Charisma
1.
persuasion.
Charisma persuasion. Charisma.
Attribute plus
Okay.
skill, unless in rare circumstances.
So actually, that's even higher.
I'd also
actually.
give you composure persuasion if you wanted to, but
Composure. So. Jesus. 4. Okay, Jesus. There we go.
there's also another role if you're trying to specifically channel like your presence specifically into them, and that's manipulation plus presence. But either way, that's only if it's contested and they're aware of it, which they aren't.
Okay, got it. Jesus, criminy.
So you can spend willpower to re-roll 3 normal dice if you want to.
I feel like rolling more dice is so not what I want to be doing for something like this. God. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1.
That's 3 successes, which is enough,
Alright.
and quite a bit.
Holy shit.
I was looking for 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Good God.
yeah, they're convinced. They're just like, all right, okay, yeah, no, you're moving around, you're talking fine. All right, well, I guess we'll stay safe. All right.
You as well.
And they kind of like take a look at you and take a look at each other and fuck off.
Cool. I'm also gonna fuck off. I'm gonna head back to the church.
Sure.
There's nothing else for me to do as of this moment.
All right, you do.
It's a little bit harrowing. Jesus.
Yeah.
That was woof.
Welcome to what happens in her brain. Kind of literally 24/7.
You get a small hint into what it is like for some Malkavians occasionally.
My goodness.
And that was only surface level, baby.
It's not fun being a Malkavian.
No, it's really not, which is why I chose it.
So, with that information having been acquired, Sylvia and Silas.
Mia!
Yes. I am here.
So, okay, I'm gonna be entirely honest. I don't remember exactly where Sylvia dragged Silas. And I almost
You were
want to say,
about
can we
to talk. You hadn't quite gotten to the talking or going anywhere bit yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
She absolutely will keep you at Tartarus. That's just kind of a given, though. But I think she's going to lead you to the basement.
Oh.
Which, she'll lead you, and as the two of you go deeper, it gets clearly less modern. the further you go in. She 100% is one of those bitches that has like one of those paintings of just like clearly who she was before she was embraced.
Dorian Gray painting.
Easy. It's
Oh, yeah.
her and her ex-husband. And it literally like you can just move it to the side and go through, and it's like a mini cathedral almost. Welcome to her cult area.
God damn, is there
In.
this place? Oh, okay. He goes in.
And she follows after and like kind of slides the like panel back to where it was. And as soon as she closes it, she whips around, grabs you by the throat, and slams you into the wall.
Oh my god.
And I need to pull up the book now because she don't talk to me like that.
Are you looking for compel?
Yes. Do you have it up?
I do.
And she is going to try to compel you to speak.
Oh,
I
hell.
hated that.
That was hilarious.
I hated that. That was bad.
Compel,
It is ass.
Compel's just the first level one, right?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh.
Now, do I contest that?
You can, yeah. Or you can choose to fail.
No, I'm gonna.
Okay. Alright, bet. Wait, hold on. I actually have this. Because we talked about this before, Matt.
We did a little bit, yeah.
Wait, is
So-
compel dominate?
Yes. So, commanding
Right or wrong, Tab?
charisma plus dominate versus intelligence plus resolve.
Intelligence
Oh,
and
there it is,
resolve,
there
you
it is.
said?
So you have to roll intelligence and resolve against my charisma and dominate.
I would like to remind you that you're both vampires. All
right,
you can
what's
do
my-
this lovely thing called a blood surge, if you would like to, which is to add 2 dice to your dice pool according to your base stat.
At what cost?
At the simple cost of a rouse check.
So I would fail a rouse check then?
No, you make a rouse check, and if you get hungrier, you get hungrier, and if you don't, you don't. And either way, you get to do the thing.
All right, cool. How do I literally always forget how to
1d10?
do rouse.
6 or more, you quell the beast. 1 to 5, you get hungrier.
All right. I rolled an 8.
All right, you do not get hungrier. But you can add 2, and yours is charisma dominate, so you'd add 2 to your charisma.
So
Matt, you may also
I get
do the same if you would like.
plus 2, so it's like another 2d10.
Correct.
Ooh, okay.
I think I have to.
Okay.
Oh, you don't
Because
have to
if I
do anything.
recall, well, when we talked about this, I think we both had 40-10.
No, I was 5d10.
Oh shit! So you're at 70-10.
I'm at 7d10 right now.
Jesus.
Also, I just want to show you because I ended up rolling in my fucking
Oh.
other roll 20.
Funny.
I rolled a 3 for my rouse check.
Hungry.
So you will add 1 point of hunger,
Okay.
and then add 2 to your intelligence stat for this roll.
Okay.
All right. So it's gonna be our 70-10.
Yeah.
And what's my hunger at?
What is your hunger at?
Mine's at 3.
Ooh,
I'm
you're
at
hungry.
1. I'm only at 1.
Sylvia is
So-
not hungry. Sylvia is feeling good.
He's kind of going off. So my first die is going to be my hunger die.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Felix. I'm rolling in advanced DACA. Oh no!
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a crit success on my hunger die.
Nice. Well, just a crit. Or sorry,
Okay, okay.
just a success, unless you roll more 10s.
I did not.
Oh. Well.
Oh,
How convenient for you.
this is
So my hunger dice, I got one success on a hunger die and another success, which is a 10, and the rest were below 6.
Okay. So you rolled 2 successes then?
Yes.
I rolled
4.
4.
Shit.
Ha! Here we go, baby.
Yeah. So, yeah, so with eye contact. So Sylvia, you're just like
I'm
staring
holding him
daggers.
against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vampire can issue a single action command, no longer than a short sentence, to be obeyed to the letter. It must be possible to complete the command in a single turn. Storyteller decides whether you get to tell him to do something.
Yeah.
Just one thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how am I gonna phrase this?
It's a great question.
While you're thinking of that, I'm going to describe what this feels like.
Please.
So, Silas, Sylvia is staring into your eyes, and you get the distinct feeling that she's staring through your eyes. And despite what you would like to do, having been pinned to the wall of this little cult chapel underneath a nightclub, you cannot look away as you see her lips move before you hear her talk in a weird bit of cognitive desynchronization, and her words seem to burrow themselves into the back of your head through your eyes.
Okay, so Sylvia basically just gave me a headache.
A headache that you have to follow, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A brain worm, if you will.
Pretty much. I think how she phrases this. You will tell me how you know of my desires now. No. How you know of them and where you. Does that count? Because that's all technically
And
in
where
one.
you what?
And where you learned them.
Yeah, I think that's
Because that it like kind of same sentence.
Yeah, I think that falls within, because normally compel is being used to get someone to do something, and I think getting someone to tell you information is like a level below that, at least verbally.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Kind of important for you, Sylvia. Did you
You can try, please.
did you lessen your grip on Silas's throat?
I think as soon as she figures out that her like ability worked, she drops you.
You don't realize how tall Sylvia was until this
it's a long way down.
couple inches at least.
I mean, I don't know how tall Silas is.
I'm sure I wrote it down, or maybe I didn't. Who knows?
Sylvia is tall.
I think Silas says, I'm trying to think. shortly. I'm trying to figure it out. So he says, like, shortly after I was turned, I knew I needed allies, and I would do anything to obtain that. And since you were the leader, for lack of a better word, of this area, I interrogated vampires to learn about you. And when I learned of your desire, I figured I could use that for both of our benefit. And he kind of like blinks and says no more.
Would that satisfy Sylvia? No. No, that kind of wouldn't. Mm-hmm.
Ask your questions, witch.
Who are you really?
Fuck. I am Silas Fletcher of the Order of Saint Leopold.
DM lore question. Would Sylvia know what this is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Especially being as you probably had to deal with the Society of Saint Leopold when you were still a baron in Europe.
Oh. Oh, that's fun.
Like, it's you especially, but older vampires generally. Big red flag.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, does she want to really dig in on this? Oh, how much of a bitch does she want to be here? I kinda. How am I gonna phrase it? I had so much time to think about like what I was gonna say in all of this, but like, I'm so sorry I did.
It's all good.
It's funny to me. And she laughs a bit before she says this. A vampire hunter. Embraced to be the very thing he hunts. What a poor, poor soul you are, aren't you? Silas Fletcher.
Little man thing.
There wasn't a question in that, so he does not reply.
She doesn't expect one. That's all you want with me? An ally? You expect me to trust you that readily just because you know?
Because I want to live.
How badly? You, Silas Fletcher, told the wrong thing to the wrong person. Only just upon meeting them. I will say, you said it at the right time. If we were to have our way with Elysium, you would have not been standing here as you do now. And it is by the grace of our rules that you are. Tell me, those you questioned, interrogated, tortured, whatever you did, you dispatched them, did you?
Yes.
Truly? Or do I need to force that answer from you as well?
They are ash.
I see. Well, you have two options now, child of the Brotherhood. Either leave now and try to enjoy your last night of undeath, or stay and help me see this through, and I will guarantee your safety and continued longevity. And do know, if you leave, you may try to hide, but I will tear up this entire city and I will find you. I've done it elsewhere, and I shan't hesitate to do it once again. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then let me hear your answer.
Is it fair to say the compulsion is kind of wearing off by now?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
I'd say it was mostly worn off by like the second answer. Like the first answer was a definite. The second answer was like most.
Like it kind of there, but like after that, she was asking, but like with the clear intent if she could tell you were bullshitting her, she would have done it again and
yeah.
again and again and again. She has done this before.
My standing here should be. Oh shit! How was I gonna word it?
You did mention it before in our DMs.
Oh shit! Did I?
Yeah, you did. I just read what the last thing I said off.
That's why it sounded familiar. Okay. One of my thoughts was like, you need to get a new line, hun. Like,
Ping. There you go.
oh, bless you. Oh, okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I very much enjoy living such as it is, so I think you already know the answer you're going to get from me.
And at this, Sylvia smiles. And it's that same gentle smile that you've seen before. The same one that she gives to people like Victor, like Sal.
Oh, that like you're a little pawn I get to maneuver around a chessboard sort of look.
You can determine it as you wish.
Is there a vampire insight check?
Yeah, there sure is.
There sure is insight.
Yeah, I think it's literally insight. Yeah.
Yep.
Probably wits insight.
I wouldn't even know what to roll against.
I was about to say, you can contest this. I think in this case, it makes more sense if Silas makes the roll and you interpret it.
Yep, sure.
If you want a general rule for like how hits work, 1 is fairly easy, 2 is normal, 3 is hard, 4 is extra hard, 5 is impossible.
3.
Damn. I get 3 dice on this, and all of them are hunger dice.
That's
Oh.
fun.
I got 2 8s and a 2.
Solid. So 2 successes. Read that as you will, Sylvia.
She's pleased. But it's kind of a very, like, it's, I don't want to say, like, dark pleasure, but there's more there than just what she's giving off. It's a little hard to kind of get a read on it, but you can tell, like, there are thoughts going on in her head that I don't think you can currently determine. I think that's a fair description.
Yeah, definitely.
As you're doing that, you've made a wise decision. One that will save this city. Save our kind. You've already proven yourself capable of finding this information. Now. And she'll, like, kind of... Are you standing up or, like, you on the ground?
I assume he's just, like, half standing, half leaning against the wall that you chucked him against.
So she's gonna kind of get closer, and she has a single hand just, like, on your cheek. Show me what you can really do.
His, like, eyebrows shoot up, like, I don't really know what that means.
Show me your teeth.
I did not have anything else planned for that scene. Yeah. I quite literally did not have anything else planned.
Sal, are you still in Tartarus?
Yeah, Sal is laying low for the rest of Sal is laying low for the rest of the night, but keeps checking out windows, trying to see if anybody's looking in.
Sure.
Because they are still wary of that somebody is following them.
Yeah. I think you jump a couple of times when people walk past windows, but you don't spot anything in particular unless you want to make a roll about it. But you feel your stash pocket buzz because you get a text. It's a light crowd tonight. I don't think you spot any other kindred that you recognize. It looks like mostly a mortal crowd. I think one of the Malkavian regulars comes in to hunt and then leaves.
No.
Quick sip.
Yeah. Just a quick bite. Won't notice on the dance floor.
It's industrial night, so they fit in pretty well.
Oh yeah. I think Sal's gonna look to where Sylvia and Silas disappeared off to.
Mm-hmm.
But decide not to pursue that avenue of inquiry, and will instead sort of using vampire-like reflexes, because she's got those celerity, baby.
She fast.
Will hop out, head upstairs, like into one of the private rooms where she will be staying for the night, and I guess the day, and hop on and essentially hop out onto the roof for the most part.
Sure. Clear night.
Oh,
Kind of nice.
oh, how nice. I mean,
You can see the smokestacks of the
vampires-
south side in the
can
distance.
vampires feel or appreciate weather?
Feel, yes. You have senses. Appreciate, I think it varies.
It depends on the vampire.
Yeah. If I were to engage in stereotype, I think the Toreador would have very mixed feelings about weather. You've probably had to sit through a couple live readings of sonnets about the moon specifically.
Oh yes, of course. Always the moon.
I think someone got accused of being a canophile at one of those, because typically the kindred and the lupines do not mesh well.
Also, gross. Oh, wait, no, I was thinking of something else.
I mean,
Oh no, I misinterpreted that statement entirely. Sorry, 1 second. So flip out the phone, flip out the little keyboard. Mm-hmm.
It's a text from Anita. It just says, good news, free to party.
Someone's following me. Someone was following me earlier.
Right.
No.
Sorry about that.
Excuse me?
Just wanted to make sure you were safe. Didn't think you'd spot it.
I mean, whoever was fucking following me, didn't spot it.
I'll make sure he says sorry.
Damn right you will. Fuck. Do you really just send people to fucking follow people like that?
Yes.
Scare the living shit out of me. I have a fucking phone in my pocket. You know I'm not supposed to have this shit, you know?
Yeah. You're fine. Trust me.
Fucking.
Do you want a party?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Mood's a bit down. Now. I'll gotta say my goodbyes. Where are we talking?
Loft, north side. Got any friends?
Maybe one.
Don't.
Complete fucking newbie. Absolute dork.
Oh my god.
I think
Fun.
you could use some friends.
Hell yeah.
No.
Feel free to swing them by.
Yeah, I'll go.
We take all comers.
I'll go
That's
collect them.
so good.
Heading back inside.
You get an address, by the way.
Yeah. And at this point, Sal's gonna actually start following the trail, so to say, of Silas and Sylvia.
I mean, eventually they make it back up.
Silas, how do you look?
I assume I remember everything I said during compulsion.
Yep.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
That making you not remember things is a different ability.
Which I also have.
No, you have mesmerize. The other one is cloud memory.
I have cloud memory.
Oh.
Yeah. Constance has cloud memory.
Oh, I thought I got that one. JK, I lie.
I mean, so to answer your question, we're like undead, right? Like we look dead.
Yeah.
I
Unless
look
you force yourself to look otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like I look like rigor mortis is setting it. Like I look like shit.
Oh, God, 1 second. Give me a second.
You're good. I would also need a second if I saw Silas in this
Yeah,
moment.
1 second. I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this.
What's up, man? Look like shit.
So, like, I was like, Sal just left, like, holy shit, Silas, you look like a fucking soap opera actor. What the fuck happened, man?
Is Sylvia still? Or did?
She would have split off.
Okay.
She's currently buying some like a round of drinks.
Attending to business.
Mm-hmm.
Public relations.
Got to keep up the haven somehow.
She is giving a round on her right now.
Look, the alcohol's not for show.
We had a discussion, and it went very well.
Oh, did she give you the whole spiel?
Sure.
Yeah. Look. I know it's kind of weird. The whole, yeah, I created everything. You are all my children. I will all save you. Look, I know the deal. Look, she's cool. She's really nice about it all. It's all good. Trust me, you'll get used to it. I know it's a real shocker the first time you hear it, but trust me. Look, she's great. All right, you'll love her eventually. Trust me about this.
Eventually.
Silas just kind of like nods a lot. Yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will love her like you do at some point.
Sure you will. Speaking of which, I got a tip from a friend, a little carrier pigeon per se. Some shit is going down. Remember how I said a couple, like 5 minutes ago at this point that we should get into like we could get in some like, crazy shit at some point? I think some crazy shit's might be going down.
One, I don't remember. And two, what kind of crazy shit are we talking about?
I don't know. Crazy shit. You know the deal, right? Partying. But not with absolute posers.
Oh, okay. You'll forgive me. Most of the time when people say we're gonna get into some absolute shit, it's a bad time.
Look, what kind of friends do you have? What do you think you do?
Nothing anymore.
You get a look from Sylvia from across the room.
Oh yeah, right.
She raises a glass towards the both of you.
Yeah.
Silas like does that like weird, like ashamed nod. Like I acknowledge you, but
sorry, I forgot, newbie. Yeah, cut off. No old contacts. You're dead. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I forget about that whole thing. Stares off into the distance for a second. Anyway, let's old friends or whatever. Can't see him anymore. Nothing you can do about it. Well, let's go make you some new ones. Yeah, come on. Puts arm around your shoulder. Let's head out for a bit, huh? Nice, young-ish.
What the hell?
Yeah. What the hell? Fuck yeah. Sal just signals to Sylvia like, heading out. See you later. Like, just gives a little hand signal. Love ya.
So it's she'll blow a kiss in your direction.
Oh.
And then do like the little like finger thing where it's like she waves but like by one.
Yeah. And Sal's just gonna like pull Silas around, and now we are moving to this new cool place.
Sure.
Not as cool as this, maybe, but
you can take Red Line North. It's a warehouse loft.
Oh yeah.
Like starting to get not quite the suburbs, but kind of the outer industrial end of the north side. It's, you hear it before you see it. And very much, hey, this is weird, like, you know, loft parties, question mark. It's not like a club or a rave or something, but there's music and clearly people dancing, and it's a little weirder to get into because it's a warehouse, but there's like a dude standing outside a door that's got a little table and he's smoking. And he kind of spots both of you walking up. What are you wearing, by the way, both of you? What's your kind of aesthetic vibe going on?
90s grunge.
Hell
Very
yeah.
90s grunge.
Glaring.
Silas, what's your visual aesthetic like?
That's a great fucking question. I feel
General,
like
if you're there, I just thought of a couple interesting opportunities, because here's the thing about like the vampire social scene, high-end social scene, it's stuff that like Sylvia has to deal with, extremely goth, like elegant goth. Black is the color, it hides bloodstains, it's both utilitarian and it looks good. And then that like continues to be mostly true on like further down the social ladder, but I'm just imagining someone who was a vampire hunter on the edges of vampire society going, okay, how do I dress to fit in as a vampire? I don't know. I'm curious to hear what you look like, or if you made any attempt whatsoever.
I'm just imagining, like, honest to God, like slacks and a button down.
I kept thinking about Silas's like button ups and like khakis.
Oh
Sure.
God, no, he doesn't wear
Truly
fucking
annoying.
khakis.
um,
Khakis are tacky and horrible.
I had to buy.
And yes, I say that because I work at Target.
I had to buy business casual clothing to work at the library, and now my entire wardrobe was just like black formal wear, black and gray. That's it. I'm going for a business goth, and I think it's
Business
working
goth.
so far.
I didn't actually notice what you were wearing. I see it now.
I just wanted to. I usually wear black black shirts, but I usually have
Yeah.
a little name tag. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bouncer's at the door and is just like kind of eyes you both. Just like, what are y'all around for?
Who's asking? I'm around for this party.
Sure. Looking to see someone in particular?
Yeah.
Shaved
Yes.
head, lots of piercings.
Anita.
Nita. Fucking good luck, my dude. And he just like kicks open the door. Inside,
Whatever.
it's a warehouse. The thing that you may be surprised to note is that is an active warehouse, in that there is certainly like stuff and products and boxes and things. Like it looks semi-industrial. It's not like a Target warehouse or something like that. It's probably a warehouse for one of the local factories or whatever. But there's these big rickety metal stairs up to the loft above that, where you can see like pulsing lights going on, and you hear the music a lot more clearly having stepped into it. There's a little bit of graffiti around. Most notably, right next to the door is a circle with an A in it, upside down, in big red spray paint.
Mm.
And yeah, there's a lot of people up at the top. Kind of once you get into view of the party itself, it's not as big as Elysium or anything like that. There's a lot more commingling going on between what you spot are kindred and mortals. There's 100% more phones around. There's a lot of tech that just do not see at any kind of Camarilla sanctioned event. There's drinks, there's music. They're very much going into kind of a industrial. They're going. It's not like dark. It's still very dance music. But they're keeping up the vampire aesthetic, all things considered. And near the back of the room, there is a woman sitting down at a laptop, not the DJ laptop. That's up on a little. I say stage, but it's basically like a fold-up table propped up on milk crates.
Hell yeah.
And just like cables running down and underneath it and around it. It looks like it was set up in 10 minutes, and it looks like it could fall apart in 10 seconds. And kind of as the two of you get around, maybe mingle a bit, she looks up from her laptop and spots you specifically and is just like, "Hey, Sal!" And just like waves you over.
You're the one who fucking called me. You're the bitch who called me Flower Girl.
Yeah, I am.
Fucking super vampire. I do a super vampire. Ollie with I don't know, skateboard with my skateboard.
Celerity.
Yeah.
That's just a passive, right? You don't have to like do anything for that.
I don't know.
Do you want it to be particularly impressive?
Yes, I fucking do.
Then let's take
Roll
a quick
sick
look.
nasty.
Yeah, I have Cat's Grace and Rapid Reflexes.
Yeah, so both are free.
Yeah.
Rapid reflexes just means you don't have to worry about guns as much, among other things.
Cat's Grace
automatically passes any dexterity or athletics-based rolls needed to keep their balance. Yeah, so that'll definitely help you. I would give you probably plus dice pool if you wanted to make some sort of performance check.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Probably
this is like
dex performance.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a +2 for celerity.
Awesome. And I roll the hunger dice as well, correct?
You do.
Alright.
Always.
One
Beast's always
second.
there.
Ooh, maybe I do a sick nasty bestial.
Yeah, that'll end well.
Yeah, bestial Ollie. How's that gonna fucking go? 1 second. Alright, these are the 6. Oh, that's kind of not good, maybe. So... Oh wait, and you set a +2 to the dice pool, correct?
Correct.
Alright. So with dexterity...
While that's going on, Silas, you're pretty hungry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of free food around. And it looks like people are just drinking. Like, there are mortals drinking from people. There are mortals watching other mortals getting drunk from, and no one seems bothered by it.
Alright.
Strange.
So let's see. Oh, sorry. Do you want to keep going?
No, that was all I had.
Alright, I got... So, an 8 and a 9 were the only successes.
Cool.
Were 2 successes, a 6 and a 5 on my hunger dice.
6 is a success.
And also 2 1s.
Sure. So that's 3 successes.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. you do some whack shit where you like ollie and then land the skateboard end to end and like skip off the top of it and then flip it again and land it. And just kind of like roll to a slow stop right in front of Anita. Who I have an image for, by the way.
Ooh, yay.
Hopefully the link will actually work this time. Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
And she just kind of like claps for you and is just like, okay, I heard it was pretty cool, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, damn
Yeah.
fucking right.
No, that's like, fuck yeah. That's sick. Anyway, sorry about all the everything.
Yeah.
But you know, you gotta be careful. Just want to make sure you didn't have like a tail or something.
Yeah, I had one.
Yeah. So hey, where? And she like, hey, have you seen Duncan? And they're just like, nah, I can find him. And she's like, do you mind? And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And kind of like walks off. And she's just like, yeah, we're just trying to find another way, largely speaking, as far as we do this, we've got all this going, and we don't think that Chicago should belong to the CAM, so we're gonna make it not do that.
You say that very broadly.
Yeah,
you know what you're going up against, right?
Yeah, I do. Never said it was gonna be easy, but we're doing our best. You sounded interested. I'm curious how much that's true and how much you just wanted to party.
I ain't much for fucking politics. Well, that's a lie.
And that you don't like them, or you're not gonna do them, because we only get one choice between those two things.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm not a fan, but you gotta play the game.
Yeah. I have more of a one-track mind here. Whatever gets me out of the fucking Toreador is fine with me.
Yeah.
And if the CAM end up going away in the process of that, no problem to me.
Sure. I'm not sure I can make the CAM go away, but
make them not a problem as much.
I mean, if Berlin can fall, then anything can, right? So,
yeah.
Notably, Berlin is one of the... You've probably heard whispers of this. Berlin is one of the most recent and most relevant fully anarch cities of Kindred. Used to be a bastion for the Camarilla. Sure isn't anymore. Most of what we're trying to do so far is just make sure that we don't get murdered. We got to work on that first, and then maybe we start carving something out for ourselves. And a lot of that, and she kind of gestures to her laptop vaguely, is info. And I was hoping, if at all possible, if you could help me get some.
That depends on who you want. That depends on who you want it on. If you're looking to take down Sylvia, you know, I hope you know that's a no from me.
Sylvia, look, I understand. Sylvia's, well, she's kind. She manages her territory, and as far as we know, she's not planning on shoving us out anytime soon. So, as long as she plays nice, we have no reason to go hard. Your sire,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yes, though. Dillweed.
Yeah. he's not exactly a big player, let's say, all things considered. But you can probably leverage your sire if you wouldn't mind. Play nice with Annabelle.
Have I interacted with her at all? I'm
Almost
guessing.
definitely. Like, if not, that would be your choice by designation, because you'd definitely be in her presence kind of unavoidably.
Yeah.
Do
Then
you want maybe a rundown on like how you're
Yeah, I know she has a lot of interns or something like that.
She does, among other things. So Annabelle is the Toreador Primogen.
Is she the one that showed up?
No. The only Primogen that showed up at Tartarus was Jason.
Who was the other person that showed up?
Alexa.
That's right.
They're also they're a Malkavian that works for, not like for the Toreador, but like,
all right.
They're kind of.
I got them confused. That was my beef.
Alexa's kind of in and out of your domain. Yeah. Yeah, Annabelle's she's on the high life, Camarilla wise. Like, she's on the Primogen Council, and she certainly does things, and she's very much like capital T, the ruler of the Chicago Toreadors. But she's a lot more concerned with like her latest art show and the artists that she's patronizing and her parties that she throws 3 times a week in a new location every time. She's definitely not the most threatening Primogen you've ever met. But she has power in Chicago, certainly. And being on the Primogen Council at all is a lot.
I've not talked to her. Jeffrey made me do a performance once.
How'd that go?
She didn't really notice, from what I remember.
Gotcha.
Or rather, she was more entranced by whatever the actors were putting on in the theater that day.
Got it.
Pretentious assholes, the rest.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, that sucks. We don't get a lot of Toreador around here typically, but every once in a while.
I would not expect.
Every once in a while. I mean,
there are nice ones.
Arts and money. What an inseparable combo.
Yes.
But not asking you to like be a snitch or like eavesdrop or put yourself in danger. Just go to some parties.
Keep an eye on things.
Listen. And whenever you want to back out, we'll cover you. One thing you should know, though, about this is that it's impermanent by design. Cam like to throw big parties. They like to do their thing. They like to keep hidden by these big layers of security and not using tech or whatever. We don't fuck with the masquerade because when we're done, we disappear. And no one finds us. And that's all that matters.
Sounds perfectly manageable to me.
Good.
So what? Once this is done, cable's all gone. All this, the whole setup, all gone.
Oh, the party, sure, that'll be done by probably
no,
3.
like all remnants of it.
Yeah. We keep a clean house. When she says that, this, like, clearly kindred, older, it's actually pretty rare that people over, like, 40 end up getting turned. just because kind of cultural kindred kind of biases and things like that. People tend to turn when they're young. He's got like thick-ish gray beard, very hard eyes. He walks like his legs weigh a ton, and yet he moves them weightlessly. Just a brick shithouse of a dude. Walks up and is just like, Nita, nods, looks at you. Sorry for tailing you. Zero inflection in the voice.
Whatever.
I have a picture.
Oh, so where were you, by the way?
Where? Allie. Among other
The
things.
cat?
Sometimes.
Ooh.
Didn't I...
Love all these portraits.
Just looks him up and down. Interesting choice.
It works. Silas, if you're around, this is the guy you followed.
I was gonna ask. Okay.
So what's your name? So what's your name?
McTavish.
Sal.
So.
Monosyllabic.
All right.
Don't fuck shit up. Okay?
I think. Well, that was a nice talk, I guess. I'll help you in any way I can. I stand to benefit as much as you do, and honestly, fuck the cam.
No, I agree. Fuck the cam. You get like a voice from across the room, just like, fuck the cam.
So, turns
Hello,
back
this
to
is DJ
Anita.
Sock. Fuck the cam.
DJ Sock.
So I guess at this point she'll just turn back to Anita and kind of lose the kind of little kind of serious attitude she had. So who are you, by the way?
Just like in general.
Oh yeah, I've talked to you. What have I? We've talked about. Look, we've talked about the shit. Who are you? Fuck, I don't even. I talked to you on the phone like twice. Who are you?
That's true. It's a hard question to answer.
Saw your art piece of one of the Toreador things, by the way. No, how the fuck did you get that in?
Mine? That was hard. But it was worth it.
Yeah, everybody was giving shitty looks at it. It was glorious.
Yeah. I'm an information broker more than anything else. I keep tabs on stuff. I try to know what's going on in the city, and I'm here to keep us safe collectively, because Cam only cares about you if you're useful. We think if you're everyone gets a chance to live. Not everyone chose this. Everyone who wants to be able to live their lives or own lives or whatever the fuck should get to do so. And I'm here to make that happen. But yeah,
Cool.
no, used to do art shit. Bruja, if it matters.
Yeah.
Fucking Bruja. And like there's a couple like Bruja from the party. It's a surprising number of people in the crowd. I did the song and dance at one point, the camp thing. I don't like it, so I stopped. And that became a problem that I have since solved.
Smiles. Mind if you tell me the tale? I've got time.
Maybe another time. It's a second party story. I got a deal to make though. So enjoy. Food's free. Folks know, so just ask.
Will do.
It's a second date story.
Oh, how about your friend?
Oh yeah,
I
him.
saw you brought
Dork.
someone. New blood.
Oh yeah, new blood.
Accident or
So
anger, buddy?
Like, I guess she's shouting down to him at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Shit. What?
There's a car alarm going off in the street outside the warehouse.
Yeah. That's louder than the music.
You look hungry.
He like nods really largely. Yeah.
Just ask someone.
Double thumbs up.
I don't think he will. I think he's still squeamish.
Yeah. He doesn't look the type. He's got the eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, shame when it happens to those to the good people, eh?
Sal, you notice that Duncan's still watching Silas. McTavish.
Everything all right, big guy?
Duncan McTavish. Yeah.
You're taking a long look. We'll just, I guess, take a long look at him, but you're sure you're making eyes at him.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's nice meeting you both. I hope I'll see you again soon. I'm also hungry now that I think about it.
Cheers.
I've not gotten a good ride with my friends in a while. I think I'm gonna go get a bite.
Sure.
Oh, take it easy, Ita.
We'll do.
What happens if I...
Oh yeah, and says to Anita, like, if you ever want to like text or something, please do. It gets really, really, really boring.
You know, you do the same. Feel free to message me first. I'm around. It's my job.
Walks off to go get a nice bite of the raddest looking pal and the pal.
Someone else has a skateboard. There's someone else with a skateboard at this party,
yeah.
for certain. They're probably also Bruja, and have they have the Anarch symbol hidden in the rest of the graffiti on the bottom of their deck. And they're like, fuck yeah, did you see that? I just do pavement. I can't do that shit.
Yeah, you damn right. Fucking worship it, bro.
He does it kind of ironically, kind of not. He's got the board up and he's just like, bless me with your skills.
Hands,
I'm so glad you're learning from Julia. I'm so glad. She would be so happy.
Yeah, he's definitely down to just let you take a sip.
Oh yeah, totally. Nice little chump.
Go ahead and slake a point.
Oh, hooray. Oh, wait. I forget what Scene Queen does in this situation. 1 second.
I'd say it applies, because then you'd get another point of hunger for preferred. Well, no, because they're not part of your scene. They're just kind of peripheral to it. I'll give you 1, or if you want to take a long time, basically the rest of the night, to take a long drink, I'll let you slake 2. That's the maximum non-harmful drink from a human is 2.
Nah, Sal's not gonna push it.
Sure.
Alright, that's about all I had planned for that scene. Sorry, I don't know where else to go.
I have thoughts. I'm also there. What happens if I step outside? Is that McTavish person gonna follow?
The real question is whether you'll notice whether McTavish follows or not.
I am explicitly keeping an eye out for
Sure.
McTavish.
Are you trying to be sneaky? Or are you
No.
just stepping out?
I am stepping out. Like, I was thinking about this earlier today, and I was like, what's a holdover that Silas does? I think he was a smoker.
Sure.
Like, that's that's the best thing I could come up with. So I think you like stepped outside for a smoke.
Sure. It's weird because you have to force yourself to like inhale and breathe in the same way you did before. It's weird and different, and you don't get the same sensation, but you kind of get it. You don't get the nicotine high unless you bite someone who is smoking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely a habit.
Yep.
It's really funny because I think as soon as you do that, McTavish follows you with his own cigarette.
Perfect.
And offers you a lighter.
I think God, how do I want to do this? I think Silas just like, oh yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like puts a foot up against the wall.
Old
Takes a
habits die
drag.
hard, huh?
That's for sure. So, you want to explain yourself, or do I gotta ask the question out loud?
You gotta ask.
Want to tell me why you're tailing me?
Just making sure you're not a threat.
To who?
Us.
And what was your conclusion?
Not harmless. And you know some shit.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? Oh, I think I know what he means. Okay. I think Silas like quick finishes smoking. Like he's just not getting what he wants from this cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he feels really tense right now, so he just like takes one last drag of it and like as he goes to put it out, like on the wall behind him, he like side eyes McTavish and says, well, if you know what's good for you, you won't do that shit again. Can I roll intimidation?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
On this big man.
Man, what's his composure like, huh?
That's a good question.
Yeah, is it a composure roll?
For you? Or again, to
For me.
No, yours would be probably manipulation. Well, what have you got? I would say it's either wits or manipulation.
I'm gonna do wits and intimidation.
Sure.
And then was it a rouse check to add 2 more dice?
It is.
All right, I would like to do that.
Go ahead and rouse.
That was a 1.
Cool, you got hungrier. The beast is calling you.
Fuck. How
Horrible.
hungry are you? This is like
Very.
4 now.
Yeah.
5 is the maximum. When you
Yeah.
hit 5 hungry, you're gonna have to start making frenzy checks.
Yeah. I mean, I plan on eating food here, but boy, oh boy.
Woof.
So I got 3 successes. One was a 10. And then I got 1 on a hunger die.
No worries. They're going to be rolling composure and insight. Or I like when game can spot game. So like he would be rolling intimidation back against you. Do you like that?
Reverse Uno.
Yeah,
Composure intimidation. Okay.
that's very funny.
Reverse.
I just hope he loses.
That's 3 successes. What did you roll?
I also rolled 3 successes.
So,
Oh my god.
Ty goes to the roller. So
to
you
me-
succeed.
Okay.
This is a social attack. You have made a social attack against this person.
Yeah.
The thing being the amount of like damage you would typically deal would be the difference. And that is nothing in this case. But you still succeed insofar as he goes, I get it. I need you to know that if you do anything to hurt these people, you're not going to see the sun coming.
I look him dead in the eyes and I go, buddy, that's not the first time I've heard that tonight.
Sounds like you got a busy set of... Sounds like you've been busy.
Enjoy your fancy little party. And I walk back inside.
When you leave the party, he's still standing there smoking.
When I leave?
Yeah, he's gonna be there for the rest of the party.
Oh, okay. And I'm also gonna like find someone to feed on.
Yeah. There's a bunch of folks. You can kind of take your pick. It's not like a huge variety. Like, this isn't an Elysium. This isn't a curated herd. It's just a bunch of people. Mostly like countercultural folks. Some
I
young,
think
some older, mostly young.
I think he does it the most awkward way possible. And it's just like goes up to the first person that he deems that he can drink from. Like he's like, I don't know how to choose. Like I just so he goes up to somebody who's like, so hey, can I take a bite?
Yeah. And they just like give you their wrist. How much are you drinking?
I think I'm gonna go for 2. If I
Okay.
can.
Yep. It'll take a little bit, but yeah, you're fine. You probably
Okay.
both need to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long do you both stay at the party for? They start wrapping up early for parties. Both of you are pretty used to... Well, not both of you. Sal, at least. She's pretty used to parties lasting until, like, the last possible minute.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that shit. They're packing up before the music's done.
I just kind of hang around Sal. Like I don't, or like wait for Sal to like leave, for me to leave.
Sal would probably be something of a late leaver. I guess she'll come and pick. I guess she'll come and tell you. She's like, "Oi, hey, I'm about to head out. You want to come with, or are you having a bit of fun here, huh?"
Yeah.
Tell me, are you alone at this point?
I think Silas is like white boy dancing. Like he's really trying to enjoy himself, but it's fucking painful.
The
to
person you
watch.
drank from was definitely drinking, so you've got like a little bit of an alcohol buzz, but just a little bit,
Yeah.
and it wears off like it is hard to ride.
Yeah. Like I said, I think watching him is painful. So
Time to go.
White.
I would love that. I would want nothing more than that.
Come on, you dork.
Very cool back home. I just want to say that.
I'm sure you are, pal. I'm sure you are. You need me to walk you need me to walk you anywhere? I could walk you back if you need to.
I figure we just head back to the train if that's all right with you.
Oh yeah, perfectly fine.
Can make my way from there.
That sounds good to me.
So, who was your very hot friend?
Oh. That uh girlfriend now.
Oh,
Oh,
congratulations.
oh,
No.
that is
not yet.
that is my girl right there. Yo,
Man, I can't wait until you tell Anita that.
Yeah.
yo. Oh.
Mel says no.
Oh,
But yeah, fucking hot. Yeah, you remember I was saying she's been cool acquaintance. Sent
right.
a cat to follow me. If
Yeah.
that was the one that was following me that I told you about, apparently.
The big guy, big beard.
Yeah, how'd you know? The one that was just kind of staring at you. You two know each other or something.
Yeah, he followed me as well. Kind of figured it was a different person who would have been following you, but certainly gets around.
Yeah, he did. Whatever. He's odd. You know what? And they're odd. But hey, I like them. They seem fucking cool. Honestly, so far.
So is this like some sort of offshoot here that we just like we
Yeah.
had a conversation, and he wanted to make sure that I wasn't a danger. I think he said to these people, like, are the vampires
Anarchs.
there with-
They're
Oh.
you're new. I guess yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting you're new to this. Anarchs. We're kind of you're not free from. You're in case you haven't noticed, you are not free from political divisions. Not in not in this world, in this life. And you got you got one group. You've met a couple of them already. I don't think I need to point out to you who they are. And you met this group. Ideologically speaking, I'm pretty sure. I think it's in the name. The names are and the aesthetics honestly should tell you pretty much everything you need to know about the idea. Well, not everything you need to know, but give you a good idea of why and how exactly they're opposed to each other.
Yeah, no, that I understand.
And at this point, I think it's good to probably an important thing to tell. Try not to tell Sylvia about this, huh? She's cool, but I don't know. Again, opposing factions, political differences. You know how the you had parents, didn't you?
Oh, Sal, trust me when I tell you I understand the skirting the line that you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm happy you fucking understand that. Ugh. But no, yeah. It's you'll find that life and it doesn't get easier just because, you're because life doesn't get easier with our, way of life. It just gets
Different.
another degree of complicated.
Yeah.
But there are benefits to it. You meet new people, new start, say goodbye to people who you really never should have been around in the first place. And you get to do it. Life is life no matter the way I see it, life is life no matter whether it's in this world or that world. And you might as well enjoy both. See the good things in it. It ain't easy, but but you just have to look for them. You'll find them.
Well, in that regard, I hope you're right.
I hope I am too. Yeah, and listen, if even when things were early for me, I know shit got weird, and really distressing near the early parts. You know the Galleria,
The Galleria.
bookstore off Belmont.
Nope.
Oh, you'll know. It's a little hold mall off the Belmont stop. That's where I don't tell a lot of people this, but that's where I make my daytime rest. Need a place to just crash for a little while, or just like take a load off. Need to talk. Look, I'm there. Trust me, I've been through awkward situations, and when I was still getting my bearings. Need any help? I'm there for you.
Well, I didn't think I would ever say this, but I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Everybody needs a lifeline. Sylvia was mine. If if I need to be yours, it's the least I can do. All of us together, even if not all of us agree on that.
All in this together, except for the Camarilla and the Anarchs who want to kill each other. Love it.
We're all part of it. Don't exclude us. We're part of it too.
Oh no, I know. Never mind.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry, it's late. Either way, this is my stop.
All right.
Take it easy.
You too.
Skateboards off into the distance, doing a sick grind down the
Skateboards
stairwell.
into the night.
I think Silas just like looks at the train stop and just goes, "Oh, fuck."
There are a lot of pigeons at the train stop.
What does that mean?
Just kind of hanging out.
Watching.
Constance, I bet you get that letter sent off as soon as you can.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense. Do you package it in any particular way?
I guess it depends on if Sylvia did anything to it, like put her own seal on it, or
She did.
She did. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, you don't pay to get a wax stamp and
then
not
just not
use
fucking
it.
use it.
Fucking use it.
Oh, that's an investment.
No, it's important.
Quite literally, man.
Yeah, look, you know how hard it is to get like a metal wax seal?
Oh, look, I
It's so
have
pricey.
zero doubts. Zero doubts in my mind.
And you
Um,
gotta get like wax in the little burner so you can like scoop it in the nice little thing on the. It's a
Oh,
whole
it's
thing.
so
It's
nice.
a whole
though.
ordeal.
I think the only thing she'll do is make sure that it comes with an accompanying, just like a much shorter message, almost like telegram-ish, explaining like the situation, essentially, like what
Right.
happened yesterday,
Yeah.
and not much else. I think she doesn't really tamper with it.
Excellent. Things are a little unrestful around the Abbey, I think. There is some amount of dissonance just kind of regarding the situation. A lot of people are. There's some culture shock going on about all of these people having been moved to Chicago very suddenly. From their quiet little abode deep in the. I'd imagine it was rural. For some reason,
Yeah.
I think it was rural.
I think that just makes the most sense.
Yeah. To the heart of the second most populated city in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of the other kindred, like, John's already expressed his distaste, obviously. And I think, like, why is the first name that always comes to mind Mary? Why is it Mary? Sister Mary. Why
common.
not? It works.
Always gotta be one.
Haha, Catholicism.
Is not exactly. Is
Yeah,
not
exactly.
the it was a chosen name, not a given name. She's that bitch.
Mary, Maria, whatever.
She listens to a lot of FKA twigs.
God.
That was a joke just for me. She's experiencing some distress, not from a I hate this place, but just like I'm worried and this is different and it makes me nervous kind of way. And that in turn has kind of perturbed your little herd somewhat, because they're like, it's like sensing blood in the water, right? It's like, well, if they're worried, we should be mega worried.
Okay.
There's a lot of, it's like, are we gonna go back? Can we stay? Is it safe to stay here?
Is there, is there like very obvious like murmurings? Are there like little pods of nuns? Just
Absolutely.
kind of like,
Yes. 100%.
Sister Constance is absolutely going to kind of gently insert herself into one of these little groupings and try to listen to what they're saying.
I think you nosing in makes them like quiet down just a little bit, and they're just like, I don't want to complain because Constance is here and she's nice and cool.
Oh. What bothers you, sisters? Whatever is the matter?
This place is a lot. And John said that maybe if we express our resignation toward this mission, if there's nothing to be gained, then maybe we could go home.
I do understand your trepidation. It is intimidating leaving, well, all that we knew. I think there's nothing wrong with having doubts, my sisters. But in the face of doubt is when we need to come together again. And
You have points in presence, right?
I
think you have like a dot in presence.
have
You
one
do.
dot. Yes.
And it's awe specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. I think like just your Could I get you to roll for this, actually? You don't have
Yeah.
to roll presence specifically, but
I will roll. I will roll.
charisma, persuasion, etiquette,
So
leadership. I think leadership would be a good one. I think it depends. The flavor of skill you choose is going to affect how it results.
I can do charisma. I don't have any in leadership. I have one in etiquette.
Sure. Then that would be a lot
really
more leading into the like
I'm definitely
traditions of the kind of stuff that's going on.
Yeah. She's definitely not trying to, like, she's not a person who goes out of her way to change minds so much as she's simply trying to give everyone pause.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, sure, why not etiquette? Very much like this is what Mother Superior wants for us. We should do it because she wants, like, very much leaning into the hierarchy of your little grouping, and like, it's okay to have worries, but understand that it's out of your hands. It is not something, these are not things you need to worry about.
Needs to be a hunger die. Okay.
Yep. As always, you can choose to blood surge if you want to make yourself a little bit more powerful for the purposes. Given that this has kind of infected for lack of a better word, the kind of community while you were gone, I'm gonna put this at like DC 3. And I have a question. Are you still affected by your bane, by your compulsion?
I think so.
Because it says the scene, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I think that basically just means
and dramatically the scene is different, but I think it would
Personally,
make
it'd
sense.
be funnier.
Yeah, I think it would make sense if you were still suffering under that currently. Still a little shook from your trip into the cobweb.
Fuck. Okay, so I need.
Because remember,
Wait.
you not only did you let your beast take you over earlier.
Yeah, I sure did. Fuck. So I lose 2 dice. Wait.
Yep.
Fuck. That's brutal.
So you might as well blood surge to make it easy.
Yeah. How do I do
There's
that
literally
again?
no reason not to.
No, there's no reason not to. You make a rouse check.
Aroused. Okay.
1d10.
All
There's
right.
quite literally no reason not to.
No, yeah, I better do it then.
And just increase your hunger. Just let the
rouse
beast eat a little bit more of you.
That's fine.
That's fine.
3.
You get hungrier.
Fuck.
Kind of you tap into your abilities. You're like, okay, I need to control this. I need to get in control of this situation. And as you are letting your blood course through you, you feel your beast eat just a little bit more of you.
Fuck. But then I do get.
You do get 2 extra dice for charisma.
Okay.
Your tongue is silk.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that was a 1, an 8, and then a 4. Yeah. Okay.
That's it?
And the 4 was on. Would I still roll a hunger die?
Yep. So the hunger dice replace your normal pool dice.
Okay.
So how many dice did you roll?
3.
What's your charisma?
My charisma is 2.
So +2, and then etiquette.
Etiquette is 1.
So 4 dice, and you're at what's your current hunger?
Oh shit! Well, now it's a 2. So wait a minute.
2 of those dice will be hunger dice.
Shit, okay.
You want to just quickly roll
one.
that since your pool was kind of messed up?
Here, yeah. Let me try that again.
So.
God, what the hell?
So you said so now 3 charisma plus 1 etiquette, and then 3 of those are hunger dice.
3 of those are hunger dice. Okay.
Sorry, 2, because you have 2 hunger. Correct.
Oh, gosh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, man.
It'd
Okay.
be easier if I was at the table.
Okay, so my 2 hunger dice are 3 and 10.
Okay.
My other 2 dice are 4 and 3.
Okay, so you roll a success.
Okay. Jesus.
DC for that was 3.
Okay.
So you certainly try, but I think your,
God damn.
sorry, I'm just checking everything over to make sure yeah, that's the right number of dice because it's charisma and then etiquette plus presence is 4 plus 2 plus the blood surge minus the bane. So that was all correct.
God.
There's just a lot of modifiers.
That was yeah. Holy moly.
You get a sense that there is a little. It's not panic. It's just an undertone of worry has set in, and even as much as the other sisters and brothers go, yes, no, yeah, that you're right, Sister Constance. You can tell that there's still an undertone of like, I don't think this is a great idea, maybe.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the source then.
Please do.
I'm gonna seek out fucking Brother John.
He's around. He is reading. Why was my first thought Ayn Rand?
Because he would.
Awful.
Has nothing to do with theology, but it's just like
he's reading a periodical. He's reading some kind of pamphlet.
Funny. Brother?
Sister?
I've noticed some unsettlement amongst the congregation.
Unfortunate.
Many have cited you as the source of this mild discontent.
I'm not sure how that could be, but
you do realize that you hold some sway over their hearts and minds, yes?
And you as well, dear sister, certainly.
If you have doubts, I would be interested to hear from you what your doubts are. And why you find it conducive to air those doubts amongst the rest of the congregation.
I certainly have few doubts, just that I merely stated to, in hypothesis, that should Mother Superior decide that this were a undue risk or otherwise maybe fruitless endeavor, that perhaps she would make a decision such that we could relocate again. I certainly have no desire to see this happen, or even expect it to.
Yet you take it upon yourself to try and divine that such a thing could happen. Mother's intentions, her will. When she speaks it plainly to us, brother. What is the reason for all of this speculation?
Oh, a simple conversation, gossip. Speaking when we're gone, when we're around, just idle chatter. I'm sure it will be resolved by morning.
I would hope so, brother. We...
Is that a threat?
Do you make it out to me?
I'm not certain.
I'm only saying... I would hate to see division sown amongst us. Part of the appeal of what we are and the cloth is knowing that we are there for one another. If even one of us is not there for the rest of us, if he is simply there for his own benefit, it's problematic, brother.
Problematic.
Does he do that
Yeah.
to her face? If my voice is falling on deaf ears, do let me know.
Time will tell, sister. I'm certain you're right. Certain.
May you be as certain of that as the rest of this. Let us please stay single-minded, brother. And serve only the will of he and the mother. And not ourselves.
As always. The truth of the blood.
Good night. Singed be thy name.
And you as well. And also with you.
Oh god.
Alright.
Yeah, Constance is basically gonna go on a fucking damage control campaign
Yeah.
the rest of the night.
Maybe still a little shook.
Not happy, that's for sure. Also, also just imagining that she just still has, like, I don't know, like, blood on her habit or some shit. It's just having a good night is no longer having a particularly good night.
Time to thoroughly launder the habit.
Mm.
Some street scuff.
Blood stains are no fun to get out.
No. And you have to deal with them a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you probably have to deal with other people's bloodstains a lot. Because you know how to get them out, and they have issues. There are definitely a couple messy eaters.
We have a baking soda budget.
Yeah, absolutely you do.
That is.
I think in the midst of that, while you are, I don't know, maybe while you're washing your habit or something, one of the younger turned sisters approaches you and is just like, Sister Constance, a favor?
Yes?
I couldn't hunt today.
Fuck. What happened, sister?
I didn't want to go out. I was scared.
Well, I'm sorry that you were frightened, but you will have to overcome that fear one day.
I know. Can it be tomorrow?
Just enough.
Just enough.
She'll, like...
Smiles, lights up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and she'll, like, do the buttons on, like, the back of her neck. Just be like, come here.
She gives you a hug. And How good is she at restraining herself?
Uh-oh.
Good enough. Okay.
Oh,
That's
shit.
good.
Oh god, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to fucking...
How much hunger are you at right now?
I'm at 2.
Okay, that's gonna go up to 3.
Okay.
You feel her drink, and just before it is about to be too much, she stops. Like, just barely. And is just like, sorry, thank you. Scampers off.
Good thing I was already doing the washing. Well, that sucks.
That's all I have for you this evening. If people would like to pursue their own ends, please do so. Does anyone have anything they'd particularly like to do?
I would just briefly like to rest in her room for a moment
Sure.
and just kind of like try and like we'll just kind of rubber duck for a second, I guess, for a moment.
Yeah.
Oi. Or not exactly rubber duck, but you know, remember how it's haunted?
Yep.
We'll just kind of speak. Anybody listening right now?
I think like some pages flutter on a book that's kind of lying open nearby.
That's fun.
Got any good reading? Something to forget things right now?
I don't think there's a response.
Yeah, I guess not thinking about it isn't. I guess forgetting about all the fucking bullshit that this world offers is not the best thing to do. Good morning to you. Sal just like tries to like go into like hibernation mode. That's how I just want to end Sal's night.
Yeah, when the sun starts to come up, you go out.
Yeah, I guess,
Like every morning.
how close to morning did this little sister choose to approach me?
Pretty late.
Fuck. That's rough.
Like 2 a.m., maybe 3 a.m.
And that's bad hours, too. Like, that's...
You can hunt if you want to.
I'm afraid of what'll happen if I don't, but that sure is...
It'll certainly be a new scene, so you won't have to worry about your compulsion. But you're not exactly in the rack, so hunting might be kind of sparse.
Yeah.
And that's all. That's also assuming you want to use your preferred methods, which you don't have to. You go up the food chain, try and find someone else who's also hunted.
Yeah. Well, I get the feeling that she's put me between a rock and a hard place.
Give me that back.
Yeah, she's like, wait, never mind. I do think she wants to try and hunt outside of their circles, because what happens is if they stay insular, then they just get hungry and hungrier.
Yep.
She wants to avoid that. I think she'll try and do like a very local hunt for like an hour tops.
Sure.
I think that's all she can like afford.
Um,
She's braver than her little sister, so it's
would
not
you mind
like
if we
she...
just handled that with a roll kind of thing?
Yeah.
And please feel free to be descriptive in your methods. What you're kind of trying to do.
She has a few. She likes to try and attract the attention of. This sounds so fucking rotten saying it out loud. People who seem vulnerable.
No, yeah,
Like,
you're a vampire. Like,
literally, like let's say that.
I hate to break it to you,
Or like,
but you're a vampire who drinks human blood.
no, yeah, exactly. Looking for any kind of like emotional vulnerability, any kind of like,
Sure.
just like,
Um,
or hell, I mean, she makes herself look vulnerable. To be honest, like,
yeah. Can you go ahead and roll charisma subterfuge for me? Because this sounds like very, very siren hunting.
yeah. Charisma. That's my subterfuge. Okay. And oh god, okay. Why did I put all my dice back?
Difficulty's gonna be maybe a little high.
Yeah,
Just considering scarcity.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think I was gonna roll anymore. Okay. Charisma, subterfuge, and then 3 of those are hunger die. My god. Okay. So 1, 5, 10, 7.
Two
The
hits.
5, 10, and the 7 are hunger die?
The 5, the 10, and the 7 are hunger dice.
Yes.
All right. Well, you can use willpower to reroll up to 3 if you would like. 3 non-hunger dice. Because I'm looking for 3 hits.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, I guess. On the one, the one non-hunger die. God fucking damn you! Go to hell! I'm throwing this dice in the garbage. 1. Again.
Excellent. So your compulsion comes back.
Fuck.
Because you fucked up.
Yeah.
You hit the double blind, unfortunately, in that you make yourself look vulnerable, but can only seem to find other vulnerable people who actively are avoiding you.
God damn it. Approach me, damn it.
So I think
You can ask Sylvia.
you can.
Dead.
But I
You
think
could totally ask Sylvia.
you know that Sylvia's got has a group, has blood dolls.
You could also just ask to drink from her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Listen,
Sylvia's full.
she will not say no.
Yeah, and how much blood does it
And
take
she's
to
close
form
by.
a bond?
3.
Oh.
Just saying. She quite literally has a touchstone that just will not let her refuse.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, she really wants to get this under control. This super sucks. Does she have time?
You have
I
time
guess
to make it to Tartarus, but not time to make it back.
She will let you stay at Tartarus.
And you know she will. She's offered up
Yeah.
to it.
She has offered many times.
She has made it clear. Yeah, I think she's just like, I gotta eat. this.
What could be the harm in leaving the convent alone again?
When you say it like that. Sure, I've been wandering alone all fucking night. I mean, she's gonna go. Like,
All right.
she's hungry.
Yeah. So yeah, you end up back at Tartarus probably like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. It's early. It is close to
Is it
time to sleep.
Oh man, is it like dead?
Sylvia, what's the club like that early? I imagine you have a last call because you got to be closed
There's
for morning
there's
for stuff.
there is a last call, and this is probably it. Like, I think the club closes at like 3:30.
Sure. So you maybe got a couple stragglers. You've got your like your closers, your ghouls that are actually like working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she's basically going to,
Elizabeth Compote is working the floor tonight.
Elizabeth Compote.
I just like that I have a list of names to pull.
You're welcome.
For all
I
the
had
Tartarus people.
a list.
Last name is Compote.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's basically just gonna, like, turn up the charm and approach someone.
Yeah. I think, given that this is, like, a herd, like, you don't have a problem finding someone. Sylvia knows, though, definitely. Whether directly by just being there. And I think I'll leave that up to you, Sylvia. I don't know what your morning routine is like.
Neither do I. I think she sees that you wander back in. And even though she can't recognize you, she can recognize the clothing.
Mm.
And is intrigued as to why you're back so soon.
Okay, yeah, have not only been back 2 days in a row, but on the same night.
On the same night. So I think she would actually approach you. Dear sister, is everything alright?
You'll have to forgive me if this is a bit, impromptu. There is some good news amongst, the congregation, talks of some additional herd being, brought to the area, but in the meantime, it means, well, feeding gets a bit tricky amongst our numbers. A young one was having some trouble, and, well, I was a bit too generous.
I see. Can Sylvia tell that Constance is, like, hungry?
Not like
I wouldn't have the stigmata yet,
mechanically, no, right? So, like, technically, you wouldn't be able to pinpoint, like, how hungry she is, but I don't think Constance is exactly hiding it. She's literally asking for help, so, like, I'd say sure. I don't see any reason.
Yeah.
I think that's mostly up to Constance.
I think Constance's composure is usually very, very high, but I think in this instance, it's obvious that, like, there's some urgency to this. She's kind of... She would not be so open about her own hunger if it wasn't... she just wasn't actually hungry.
Mm-hmm. And I think you just hear a... from Sylvia, and she offers you her wrist. Dear child, I've been there many times before. It is the least I can do, as long as you know to pace yourself. But I trust you. Now, do you trust me?
You don't fear repercussions from the Camarilla for sharing in the blood. It's one thing when we do it amongst ourselves. Our blood is not exactly like yours.
But who am I to say no to a lovely face such as yours?
Such flattery. I think even Constance is kind of taken aback by how forward that was.
She had 200 years to perfect this skill. Just saying.
God,
It's
imagine
kind of a
being
reason
flirt
she's
for
as sweet
2
of a talker.
centuries.
Literally. I mean, it's kind of her thing.
Funny.
So she is quite openly offering you.
I think Constance.
You can say no though.
Well, I think Constance hesitates for like a moment and just is kind of like looking, like kind of searching you for like sincerity. I don't think she needs to. I don't think she's really gonna like make a full roll for that.
She's being entirely genuine. Like she's not hiding anything.
I think she's just gonna take you up on the offer.
Yeah. That's fine.
She just kind of needs to eat.
Yeah.
And if you're making it easy, then she's not gonna complain.
Yeah.
I'm trying to debate whether this counts as siren or not.
Is it? I mean, I didn't have to.
No,
do
I don't
anything
think
for it.
I don't think it does. So you'll get
This
to
is like-
Slake in reverse. So there's a few fun things with
Right.
this.
Because I am a higher.
You are. So the hunger differential works in reverse. So every hunger you drain from Sylvia will slake you 2.
Oh shit!
Constance. So you can slake 2 at the two for the price of 1.
Okay.
Damn.
That's fine.
Additionally, as an experience, this is very different than drinking from the other sisters. I don't know. You've drunk from Mother Superior before. Had to in order to form the bond you have now, which is unusual for Mother Superior. The fact that her blood can bond at all. But that was very ritualistic, very purposeful, very, I would say, somewhat clinical.
Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment.
This is not. This is much more free. Sylvia's blood has a particular taste. It's somewhat, I want to say,
Please.
electric. Electric's a fun word.
Bet.
Damn.
Y'all are probably gonna want to sit down. Sylvia might want to lay down.
She is fine taking you a.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I don't want to understate how weirdly satisfying this is for you, Constance. It's not the same as drinking deeply or hunting. It's almost not as satisfying as that. Because it is not the lifeblood your beast craves, but it is intimate and electrifying in a way that you probably haven't experienced in a long time, if ever.
Damn.
So I go up 1 hunger?
You go up 1 hunger, correct.
That is fine.
That's up to 2, right?
I'm now at 2 hunger.
Because you passed both of your rouse checks today.
I passed both.
And I go back down to 1.
Correct. Also mark 1 out of 3 for blood bonds with Sylvia Kento.
Oh,
Bet.
shit. Oh, shit.
Am I gonna have to write that on mine too?
No. Well, if you'd like to. I
Where
see
should I
no
write
reason not to.
I don't have a blood bond.
There isn't like a designated
Alright.
zone for it.
I'll put it, so what? I share a blood bond?
Not yet. You've got,
Oh.
so three drinks is what it takes to forge a blood bond.
Okay. And I don't remember what happens when that happens.
A few different things.
Okay.
Constance could probably tell you. Not Hannah the character.
Well, Sylvia
Hannah the
would
player
know.
necessarily.
Caroline
Yeah.
does not.
It's like having a vampire as a ghoul, kind of, in that you can compel them to do things and they cannot go against your explicit will.
Does this... Okay, so this
Yeah,
means
I
that
Mm.
I serve Constance?
No.
No,
Yeah,
it's
right.
Constance
opposite.
serves
If
me?
I drink your blood, it
Okay.
forms a bond. Like, I'm the one
Okay.
who becomes the bonded.
That
Relevant.
is fine.
This is a thing you would know, so like Sylvia would know as a character,
Uh-huh.
because I don't know how open. Constance, you've mentioned that you're a Tremere, right? I
Yeah,
believe.
she definitely
Because I think you
doesn't hide it.
introduced yourself with House and Clan.
Yes.
The Tremere used to be, so the Tremere are fucky blood wizards. That's the thing that the clan is. And the way they used to control that, especially the Camarilla, was this thing called the Pyramid, which is a rigid series of blood bonds, going from the top down, so that everyone was exactly and incapably beholden to the people above them, all the way up the chain. And when the Second Inquisition happened, the pyramid shattered. And something happened in particular to Tremere blood so that they can't bond anyone with it anymore, which is a big deal because they can't enforce the pyramid anymore. Which you would know, local politics reasons, is why there aren't any Tremere Primogen right now, is because Kevin Jackson literally doesn't trust them.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so that's just a fun little history lesson about Tremere and blood bonds.
Okay.
So yeah, and Sylvia, you have a place to stay for Constance here, clearly.
Yes, she will gladly let you stay.
In the dungeon.
Oh, God.
Listen,
In the little cult room.
there
The pews are comfy.
There is like
bed.
another room, but if you want to, it a big bed. Points fingers together. Points fingers together.
Oh. Jeez.
We're both attractive ladies. It's okay. She will offer you a room.
Time to test the vow of modesty, Sister Constance.
I think Sister Constance is maybe a little too intimidated to be like, sure, I'll sleep in your bed tonight, but we'll definitely be sleeping somewhere, wherever.
There is another like room that was a storage room that is prepared as a guest room.
Great. Yeah, then she will absolutely stay.
It is comfortable enough that you can stay and fine.
It doesn't need to, like, Sister Constance is very modest. She does not need special accommodations at all. She is just grateful to not be hungry anymore.
Yeah. There you
Excellent.
go.
Is there anything anyone would like to do before we wrap up?
Yes.
Please.
I would like to go back to my little base, and I would love to talk to Vanessa.
Sure. She's around. What is she doing? Sharpening her stakes. That's what she's doing.
Oh God.
I assume she's either...
Fucking grindstone on the axe.
Isn't she more active during the day?
She is. She's up very early.
Okay.
She looks like she's had some trouble sleeping.
Oh, girl, same.
Oh, you have no trouble sleeping. It's involuntary.
No, I mean me the
You,
person.
Matt.
I think Silas like steps in and it's just like, oh, you're up early.
Yeah, up. Yeah, early.
You never actually slept.
No.
Well, far be it from me to lecture you about anything, but
It's my boy.
do that at some point, maybe.
Trust me, I'll collapse eventually.
Preferably in your bed and not.
Yeah. No, I'm. Yeah. No, I get it.
Straight.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You're back. What are you up to tonight? You said you were meeting with Sylvia again, probably something like that.
Yeah, I sure did.
How'd
I
that
sure
go?
did do that. She knows everything. She just knows everything.
Pale.
Yeah.
Like how everything.
She doesn't know that you exist, and I will
Okay.
do my best to
Good.
keep it that way. But in my defense, she I don't know how to explain it, but she bore her fucking mind into my mind and
Right.
made
No.
me say shit.
Yeah, vampire shit. Can you do any of that?
Sort of.
Like
Not.
what? Did you ever figure out what clan you're from?
Did I? I don't think I ever had a conversation with anybody about that, did I?
Up to you, unlikely. You know what you can do.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, within the scope of the couple episodes we've run.
No, not in a couple episodes. You would probably.
You also have a really powerful vampire ally.
That's true.
Like, literally can help you find that.
And the Tremere have fun things where they can actually trace your lineage. So if you ever wanted to find out who your sire is, that's a fun way to do it.
Horrible.
If you studied, you would be able to figure it out. Like, this is information that the Society of St. Leopold, in collaboration with Project First Light, have.
Yeah.
The thing about external kindred knowledge is that it has a lot of holes and misconceptions in it.
Yeah.
Because the way that the global government like to find out how vampires can do things is by torturing them, and that makes it really hard to get accurate information out of them. So your information through the Society of St. Leopold is somewhere between vague, incorrect, and outdated. But you've got a lot of the proper nouns.
Perfect.
So if you wanted to study, you could probably figure it out. Especially having explored your own vampiric abilities a little bit more at this point.
Well, I mean, what did she ask? She was like, "What can you do?" or something like that.
Yeah, like what kind of shit do you? What kind of weird vampire fuckery do you do?
well, I have these, and he like does a fucking Wolverine
Oh,
claw thing.
okay.
Hell yeah.
What power is that?
It's the feral weapons.
Oh, right.
Feral weapons.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if it actually like gives Wolverine claws.
She's mega
but,
surprised. Like, that's new. I don't think I've seen that.
I don't like them.
I mean, sure, it is kind of awful, but you know.
But also cool.
I mean, I'm fine with you like wanting to run the gambit on what I can do, but at the same time, this like I will do things as I need. I turned into a bird earlier tonight. Like
What?
I turned into a bird, okay? I was being followed.
You
I
notice she
turned
like
into a
writes
bird.
both of that down?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But so I did that. And like that's cool, but I shouldn't humans can't do that. Like I shouldn't be
No,
able
you're
to
not
do
a human.
that. That really shut Silas down. Like
Aww.
he was like about to like go off, and now he's just like sullen.
I think she's very, very matter of fact in the moment here, where it's just like, Silas, I get that this is new and scary and weird. But you are a Night Stalker now. And there's no going back from that. If we want to take advantage of that, of what you are now, to maybe get a few more of these, like, then we're gonna have to use what you have. Like,
I think
when we did recon on this area, when we got the 3 that we did, that was fucking close. It's always close.
he just kind of goes, "Yeah, you're right." He kind of like slumps into the chair across from her.
But as far as I can tell, you're still you.
Trying to be.
We'll keep trying, okay? For me. There's like an uneasy edge in her voice.
He like makes very oh, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Intentional. He very intentionally like makes eye contact with her and just nods a little bit and says, "I will."
Good. She like picks up a steak and like throws it into her bag. It's just like, I gotta pass the fuck out.
I'll just tell you the rest of it tomorrow.
Okay. Do that. She like shuts her door, and you can physically hear her hit her mattress in the little like bunker bedroom with just like a massive flop. She left her stuff out on the table.
What's there?
She's got a journal, like a leather-bound journal thing that she writes in. Usually, observations and stuff. Laptop's open. Mostly hunting gear, so she's got, like, wooden stakes. She uses an axe, like a big long-bladed axe. And it's like oil. It's not, like, incendiary grenades or anything, but it's just like something to burn with. It's like flasks of oil and stuff to ignite it with.
Yeah.
Very old school.
I think I'll just kind of peruse both of these things, not in like a distrusting manner, but in just like a curious what you have written, what your thoughts are, curious what you're working on type thing, you know?
You notice that all of her most recent notes in the leather-bound notebook are observations about you. They're all specifically like physical traits, changes, dilations, how your like eyes, how your pupils look, the way you move. Like they're very kind of almost clinical observations of changes since you were turned.
And what's on the laptop?
Research materials. It's really disorganized. Like it is tabs on windows of just like, here's a PDF, here's an internet search, here's a different internet search. This one's even in a different browser and there's 18 tabs open. Like, and it's all research material, it looks like. Some of it, you notice that there's some like blueprints and floor plans and tunnels and shit for like Chicago from like the 20s. There's like the most recent Project First Light report from the US government. There's like an old hunter's manual, like the kind of like a Society of St. Leopold thing from like the 1800s that's been like scanned. Just tons and tons of material. She's got a map laid out on the table that's got like a bunch of red marker all over it that's like, things here, question mark.
I think Vanessa absolutely has posted notes then.
Oh, yeah. It goes through like a sleeve of them in a month.
I believe that. I am gonna take one and just pen on it. I think I write like, remind me of the church, and then puts like a, oh yeah, like it's like dash remind me of the church dash remind, or let me know if you need me to get anything specific for. He like like puts this in cursive and then slaps it on the computer screen.
Sure. Yeah.
And then he goes and sleeps.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I think that'll take us up to the half. That's not the words I wanted to say. But I think that'll do it for today. I have some loose plans. Not for the rest. I've got. Watch your inboxes. I might be sending out some in-universe letters and things.
Ooh. Pog.
I have thoughts. I might also end up actually writing out that missive from the Nosferatu Wanika to you.
Please, that would make my life 10 times easier.
I think I'm probably gonna actually do that.
That would actually make my life super easy. Because Caroline, No memory.
Yeah, I'll make sure to do that.
Thank you.
End of session stuff. Stars and wishes. What order
Can
did
I
go
go
in last time?
first?
Please
Because I
do.
kind of have to go.
Right, yes, please do.
I kind of have to go. Stars. I've been looking forward to that conversation with Silas ever since the end of last session.
Mm.
Like, I think we messaged about it that same night.
Mhm.
Love that. It was good shit. I was very happy with the lines I wrote. I was very happy with the lines I wrote. That was just good. Another one. I loved, like, the whole... They're adding me in the chat right now. I love the whole dynamic of the party of, like, Sal and then Sal inviting Silas. Like, that... Mwah. So good, because it was so out there.
I love Sal.
I adore Sal.
Sal is so-
Easily one of my favorite characters. Easy.
Oh my god.
Wishes. I want to meet Vanessa. I want to meet her so bad. Do you know how good that would be? Do you know how much good content that would be?
Vanessa.
Is that not her name?
The Anarch?
No,
my master.
Oh,
master.
sorry. My brain was elsewhere.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
wait, was I wrong?
That would be wild.
I think that could be content with a capital C.
Content.
I will just let you know, Sylvia.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's not even Sylvia, but Caroline. Like, I will fight tooth and claw for that to not happen.
Oh, don't worry.
Because you don't know she exists right now.
Oh, I know.
So
She also did say, hey, invite me. She did
did.
say, invite me over sometime. And now she knows what you were. So now she's even more curious to go.
My god.
Because she wants to know why the fuck they're here. And why they're bothering her.
What the fuck is up?
So I cannot wait. I would love for that to happen. And I know you're gonna try and stop it, but
No.
God, it would be good.
Oh, I'm not gonna try and stop and make it happen.
Oh, please
no, I
don't.
will.
I know.
This is what touchstones are for. Destroying.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What was the a GM I listened to put it the way of like, if you're making touchstones and thinking, oh no, these seem like weaknesses, you would be absolutely correct, and I'm gonna be gunning for them every step of the way. I think is how that GM particularly put it. Touchstones are nightmares.
Yeah.
Some more
So-
than others.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. So I have to run now because now they're calling me cringe. So
Have a good time.
have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
How long was that session? Was it just 2 hours?
3 hours. Started at 8. Yeah, closer to like 8:15, 8:30. So like 2.5 hours, a little bit longer. It was honestly a little bit more of a session 2 part 2 than it was a session 3, if that makes sense.
Brand new session.
And the sessions do not have to be like a day each or anything like that. That's just, in fact, I think we're going to be doing a little bit of time manipulation next session, because I was thinking like, I think it would make sense to let a little bit of time pass after that last chunk, because we've got some missives going on. We can let people pursue their own ends for a little bit. We can do kind of a like, all right, what do you all do over the next week kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I do like the immediacy of having it be day by day. Anyway, fucking Constance, Hannah, you're next. Stars and wishes.
Stars. I like seeing more of the internal conflict of the convent. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I like the idea of some internal like turmoil in a sense.
And it is certainly going to continue. Because you
Yes.
didn't stop it.
I like listening to everyone else's interactions. Wishes. I guess right now for me, I'm sure it'll start to happen. Because as much as I love that the convent has conflict, um, I want to get in on the interplayer stuff even more than I have been.
Sure.
I'm sure it's going to happen. Like, I can't see it just not happening.
Mhm.
That would be wild. But we just gotta get there, I think. I think we just still have some setting up to do.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Matt, stars and wishes.
I don't know if there was a thing in this particular. Basically, I don't know if there was a thing tonight that wasn't a star. I think really just every little bit of this is so good. I also really enjoy that everybody kind of has their own little thing going on. Like, even though Sal and I were in the same location, she was off doing her own thing, talking to these people, and I'm over here having my own conversation with, and Constance is doing her own thing. I don't know if Sylvia really did anything tonight, but I just really like that we're kind of off in our own little worlds a little bit. I think that's really fascinating, and I think that's something that we have maybe not tried to do in campaigns past, but like the idea of it was there, and I think it's working really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think in this.
Good. I'm glad you think that's going well. That's definitely one of my greater anxieties about this game. Is like, just because structurally from like a party like the book literally recommends like make a coterie, stick everyone together. And like every GM I have learned from about this game is like, maybe don't do that.
Right, yeah.
Like
Don't...
give your players room to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Give your characters room to breathe, in particular, on their own. So I'm glad that you think that's going well.
Wishes. I guess I just want to like get involved in things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, we have all of these things that have kind of been set up.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to start doing them.
Yeah,
in
start
some
actually
way.
getting,
Yeah.
Even if I'm not personally involved. But even though there are a couple things that I would like to be personally involved in and personally create, but yeah, I guess basically the wish is I would just like to be playing more.
We have pushed the balls to the top of the hill, and it's time to get them rolling.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree with that sentiment.
EY.
I just really and this is a start for most of the sessions we've had. I guess just for session 1 and session 2 and into session 3. I'm liking the pacing that we're having. And by pacing I mostly mean session length for the most part. I've kind of been enjoying these 2 to 3 hour sessions for the most part. I think things have been moving suitably quickly, and I kind of like that. That the story will move on and we don't get dragged down in any scene for too long. It's nice. It keeps things moving,
Yeah.
and it helps prevent me from running out of things to say like I often do, and often did kind of there.
Yeah, just look. You know what? Sometimes you don't need more to say. Sometimes you've said all that you have to.
So second star again. I'm again interplayer conflict it's in every single one of our campaigns, and it's always good. It contributes.
My
It
star
is-
is the choke slam. My star just is the choke
I was
slam.
literally
Yeah.
going to say something about the choke slam. I was like, I want to add also, I love that Sylvia fucking choke slammed the fuck
Okay.
out of Silas.
Also, like, seriously, imagine most player groups or any
Listen to
other
that back.
game that happening. Like, it just kind of can't. Like, that level of
Well, and the
very
fact that Matt
clear
just rolled with
animosity.
it, the fact that Matt just rolled with it and did a voice.
The voice was so good. I cannot believe.
Cry. I thought I was gonna fucking cry. It was so good. Can't wait to listen to
the
it back.
choke slam worked.
Choke slam. More choke slam.
More choke slam.
That's my wish.
Come on, let's punch each other more.
Oh my god.
I mean, we can get into a fight. We haven't had any combat yet. And that's like technically a part of this system.
Kind of
Ugh.
hasn't been necessary yet. and I'm
Matt, go
looking
murder
forward-
someone. Go have Silas murder someone.
Hey,
If the scene
I'm getting
necessitates
there.
it, I look forward to when it happens. But I'm kind of happy that it has not been a necessity in this system yet, and I think it's working well because of that. Others, well, we already went choke slam. Choke slam is good. Choke
Big
slam is
star.
right, choke slam is low. It
God.
was very sudden, kind of unexpected, and I was really happy to see that just very sudden. I don't want. It's not exactly a heel turn per se, like in the whole wrestling, but it's a very sudden shift in demeanor from Sylvia.
It is
that
a
I was
reveal
really-
of a lot more of Sylvia's kind of internal mechanisms in a way that I
Yeah.
think is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was very great. Biggest highlight. Also, Anita and McTavish are hot.
I love
They
the
are.
character portraits, everyone, so can't say them.
They're cool.
I really like the character
Cool.
portraits, and I'm glad that they're pretty easily
Beautiful.
accessible, so I can post them. This is
Yeah.
the big advantage of using a book like Chicago by Night, is I can not just like say a character name, I can visualize them for you and be like, this is what this character
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's wonderful.
I like Anita and McTavish as characters a lot.
They're cool.
Duncan McTavish and Anita.
McTavish, you did really, really, really well. And
I'm glad.
He's good.
I was gonna say one of my stars was playing Duncan McTavish. I really like
Yeah.
that character.
Yeah, and wishes. Part of me hopes to get to interact with. Oh yeah, another star. I kind of liked opening up with Silas a bit more. That was fun.
Mm.
And also, so for wishes, there's currently I want to interact with Constance, but there's not exactly much of a way for us to interact.
Yeah, we
so far
haven't really
because-
established me and Sylvia kind of have something starting, and then like when it comes to me, you, and Silas, there's still some connecting the dots that kind of needs to happen to have any interactions there.
Do you want to go?
There's
to
just not a lot of
Bell Party
motivations.
together?
It's also a bit hard because
I think Sal thinks Constance is a square.
more than that, Sal just doesn't find you interesting.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
man,
yeah,
the
yeah.
worst crime.
Yeah, man. what a
not even
fucking
to
bummer.
not even to be a square, just to be boring.
Boring. Ugh. Ouch.
Hard slam.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
What's
no, I
that
want that- I
societal
would
joke
like-
slam?
Joke slam. Friday night joke slam.
Friday
Come to
night
the-
joke slam. There's
Okay.
there are definitely vampire comedians.
Yeah.
They do a lot of murdering people on stage.
Oh god.
That's just true of most vampire performance.
Uh,
Hey kids, want to see me ollie over a dead body?
You do yours.
Oh, it's me now. Stars. Chokeslam.
Chokeslam.
Playing Duncan McTavish and Anita. I liked playing Anita too. Getting to actually introduce some anarchs into the system.
Yeah.
Surprise vampire intimacy between Sylvia and Sister Constance.
Yeah, that should have been in my stars too. That was.
It was a good moment.
Oh.
All the again, just like all the role playing today. I think y'all have been doing a really, really good job of just like inhabiting your characters in very, very fun and present ways. That's been super fun. Wishes. Don't be afraid to go out and fucking get it. If you want stuff.
I mean, I agree with that, but it's got to make sense,
hard.
right?
Yeah,
it's got like if it doesn't make sense,
no.
what can you do with that?
You gotta actually like. It's not easy. It's not like that simple.
Also, it's hard figuring out what exactly you want and how to get it.
Right? Yeah.
And how you could possibly get it.
With the how, feel free to ask me. Feel free to ask me with the how. I want you to have the opportunity. I don't necessarily want you to get everything that you want, but I want you to have the opportunity. I want to play more.
Yeah.
I also like the shorter sessions. But I don't mind the longer ones. I feel for my GMing style, this game is harder to maintain for an extended session period, especially when there are like really nice clear stopping points on occasion. When it's like,
yeah.
Like for me, like the arc of this episode, right, should end here. I definitely came into this going like I could play until 1 a.m. if we wanted to, but the session was over like half an hour ago, and I wanted it to be over because that's when we ran out of stuff to do. So double-edged sword. Hopefully, I'll be able to get more sessions going. That's always a wish. It's been kind of incredible how consistently we've been able to run games over the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Especially given how much I hear about every other RPG group just utterly collapsing.
It's also just like how our schedules continually get more and more. It feels like they become more and more restrictive as time has gone on.
Yeah, we can mostly play exactly at 8 o'clock on specific days. But I think not having a regularly scheduled time has also helped us maintain the group for longer than I think. Like if we were saying, if we said like we're gonna meet every no, like we wouldn't have been able to do that. But because I think I wish more people used When is Good because it's really useful. And occasionally you get to have a session that's not at 8 p.m. before a work shift. So yeah.
I've got another wish as well that I was thinking of while it was happening even. I really want to see the interpersonal and inner societal conflict of what happens when the anarchists fight the Camarilla and see who takes what sides.
Not the anarchists, the anarchs.
Okay, yeah.
They are not all anarchists.
Right.
Anarchist is a specific political bent. Anarch is a group.
Yeah.
If that
no, I
sense.
misspoke.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, I do too.
I think that'd be fascinating.
I've got, at this point, just about enough rope to start weaving between people, and just enough room to start driving wedges between people.
Creating dangerous webs.
Yeah. And I intend to do that.
That's gonna be some fear.
Hello.
So
I fear, Cole. You make me fear.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
the
I'll
world
be
deals
doing
in
some of
favors
that
and
on my
promises. I'm
I-
looking forward
I-
to playing more Duncan McTavish.
I will say, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will say, when I said "remind me of the church" on that post-it note, I for sure am gonna try and burn the church down.
Oh my god.
That'd be a hell of a thing.
Like, I have
Oh.
thoughts and plans
Prepare
for.
to have a bunch of angry vampires just all over your shit, regardless of. That's gonna be rough.
And that's in Sylvia's domain.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's.
y'all don't know it was me.
I mean, you think that you continue to think that.
I will. I will continue to think that.
You know,
I don't
Silas,
think you know which one it is, though. You've just seen Constance.
and
Which
now
church?
Yeah.
And now you got. And now
Like
you
which
got
abbey
Spilling-
the sisters are at.
Oh, I thought I explicitly told him where I stayed.
You
did
super
say-
did. You super did, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
totally invited him to the church specifically because I wanted to talk to him.
And
I left it open invitation.
Well, what are you gonna do with Sal now? You're gonna kill Sal because you know they live. You're gonna kill Sal. You're gonna kill your buddy.
I honestly no, not unless
Hell
it comes to it.
Damn, didn't do shit to you.
I'm not trying to kill you, Constance. I just want all of your parish to die.
Like that is a huge part of Constance. As if it's two separate things.
But you know, if you also end up in flames, that's also one of those vampires. So
Can't say it's not personal, and then that's the most personal. Silly.
just out here spinning thoughts. Just, you know,
That's gonna be a wild ride.
if it happens, yeah. Holy shit.
That would be fucking crazy.
Head empty.
Oh my god.
My head is empty. I think it's bedtime.
My head full. I took all your head full, and now my head full, and your head empty.
That's how bimbofication works.
But
One
What's
person
the
becomes
opposite?
extra smart.
no.
You
Nerdification.
trade offer your head. You trade offer. I take all your head. You take. You
You
receive.
get head empty.
Oh my
I take
god.
head full. You get bliss.
Man.
You get more problems. I get more money.
Oh
God.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Actually.
Thank you.
Oh. Man. Is it
Oh, I
time to
hear
go
the
next?
honk. I hear the honk of good night happening outside because there's honking cars.
Oh,
Shit.
no.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Good
Night
night.
night.
Love you.
Night.
Oh, I should stop recording.
All right.